Hi, everybody. It's time once again for Stefanie Drysdale's weekly cybersecurity recap, Friday, March 18th, 2022, on the eve of ISC West. Ms. Stefanie, welcome back.
Thank you, Chuck. How are you?
Doing well. Just getting ready for ISC West. Made a little competition video with my competition, Mr. Chuck Andrews, about how to get to ISC West. That was a lot of fun. Now, there's been a lot of smack talking by Chuck Andrews on how to get to ISC West. I'm going to show him how to do it Arizona style. Mr. Security Guy TV, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Your show number 115. You got a lot going on this week, and then of course next week you'll be at IC West. So let's get started.
So this week, Dan Williams shared a really helpful deck focused on cybersecurity for kids. So really easy to understand, covered everything from cyber predators to cyberbullying, even privacy and sexting, and much more. So I'll be sure to link it for you below. ZDNet shared an article titled Ukraine Reportedly Adopts Clearview AI to Track Russian Invaders. So on March 13th, Reuters reported that the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine had adopted the firm's facial recognition engine. Clearview CEO offered the company's assistance to Kiev, and according to the news outlet, the AI tech is being used to potentially vet people of interest at checkpoints, among other uses, for free. The startup has not offered the same to Russia. Clearview currently offers facial recognition technologies to law enforcement for criminal investigations. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office awarded the company a patent in January for using publicly available data, including mugshots, social media profiles, and news sites, to match similar photos using its proprietary facial recognition algorithm. So over 2 billion photos have been grabbed from Russian social media, but over 10 billion are reportedly available for use. In addition to flagging Russian individuals of interest to authorities, it's possible that Clearview AI search engine could also be used to identify misinformation and propaganda online, as well as to identify refugees and family connections, or potentially as a means to try and identify fatalities. I'll be sure to link it. So Android Police shared an article titled How to Protect Yourself from a SIM Swap Attack. For those unfamiliar, SIM swapping, also known as SIM jacking, is a fraudulent way of gaining access to someone's mobile number. It happens when a criminal convinces your cell phone provider to transfer your phone number to a different SIM card, usually one in the criminal's possession. Fraudsters can swap your SIM from the comfort of their own homes, provided that they have your personal data. But for you, a complete swap would disconnect your line, and the only way you can reclaim it is by visiting your cell provider in person and proving that you are the true account owner. Interestingly, the hacker doesn't even need to have any advanced technical knowledge. A SIM card and a phone call to your provider are plenty. So, of course, they have to provide some personal information about you, but that's fairly easy to get these days through social media accounts and even exposed data in those wide-scale breaches we're always hearing about. With this information, cybercriminals can trick the mobile service employees into switching the number linked to your SIM card into one in their possession. So, how do you recognize if you've been SIM swapped? First, you would notice that you might be locked out of your phone's online account. You could lose service, or you might not be able to receive calls or texts, even with really good reception. So your phone service also, you might receive notifications for actions that you didn't take. So to prevent SIM swapping, first, protect your phone and your SIM. Most of phones ship out with some form of protection method, including PINs, passwords, patterns, fingerprint scanning, facial recognition. Be sure you enable those and use them right away. Two, lock your phone number with your service provider. Many network service providers will allow a port freeze or a number lock to protect your mobile number from an unauthorized transfer. So once that's activated, your number can't be ported to another line or carrier unless you remove the lock, either with a PIN or by walking into the store. So if your carrier allows this feature, it's an excellent way to beef up that SIM protection. Third, it would be to use strong passwords and security questions, nothing guessable, nothing searchable, or anything that you use for other accounts. We don't reuse passwords. Better yet, use a password manager to help you generate those complicated passwords and to store them for you so that you don't forget them. Also, number 4 would be to turn on two-factor authentication. 2FA is another way to quickly add layered security to your accounts. Log into the platform that enables the 2FA, such as Google, turn it on, that's it. Or you can make it more secure by eliminating that risk with an SMS-based authentication and use authenticators like Google Authenticator or Authy, which is a hardware authenticator whenever possible. Also, 5 would be enable biometric authentication of your device. Always good to have fingerprint, facial scans, all that stuff. That's helpful. 6, limit how much personal information you share online. Everything can be weaponized, so be very, very mindful to curate the amount of information that you're sharing openly. And be wary of phishing emails, texts, and calls. If you get anything, any kind of outreach to you, don't recognize it's urging you to do something quickly or to avoid some penalty, just use a layer of caution and take a step back, go directly to the source. Gabriel Friedlander shared Weiser's Sneaky World Beyond Phishing Emails, 10 examples you need to know. This had everything from fake business listings on Google Maps to fake apps in the App Store, fake job postings, and more. Really, really helpful stuff. I will be sure to link it for you below. And that is what I have for you all this week. I hope everyone is not getting too much rain on. I know, Chuck, you're probably not getting much rain there in Arizona, I'm guessing.
We're just drowning in sunshine as usual.
You got it rough. I look forward to seeing you next week, my friend.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing over 50 plus interviews from the floor of ISC West at the Rad booth, and it's good to be back in the saddle. I haven't done that for about 2 or 3 years now.
I think we're all a little rusty, but I think we'll take to it like a fish to water. I think we'll figure it out.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys all next week.